Hi, I'm Ravina. Welcome to Spices and Aromas. Today I'm going to share an amazing recipe with you. And guess what? It's the banana halwa. This is the first Christmas delight I always start with. To prepare banana halwa, the bananas must be fully ripe. These here have turned black on the outside, but they are perfect inside and not spoiled at all. Please do like, follow and subscribe to my channel for all the updates on my upcoming recipes. I have peeled all the bananas and cut them into slices. I am going to put them in a bowl and measure the quantity. In a similar bowl, I will measure the sugar. The usual ratio is 1:1 banana to sugar, but I prefer a little less sweet, so I am using slightly less sugar here. Keep this aside. Now the important part, preparing the sugar caramel. I have taken 3/4 cup of sugar to caramelize. This is the star of the recipe. It gives the halwa its deep brown color and a beautiful slightly smoky taste. Once the caramel reaches its deep brown color, add half cup of hot water. Be very careful when you handle this. Once the sugar melts, even a small drop of moisture can cause it to splash. The hot caramel can burn, so be very cautious while preparing this. Set it aside for cooling. Now let's grind the banana slices to a smooth paste. Have you tried the Mangalore Taj Mahal Halwa? This recipe tastes exactly like that, so don't miss out on this recipe. Using a non-stick or anodized pan, let's prepare the halwa. First, let's fry the cashew nuts in ghee. To this, I have added 4 to 5 teaspoons of ghee. Fry until the cashew nuts turns light brown. Add more ghee to the same pan and fry the ground banana paste. Keep frying on medium flame. Frying the bananas gives a good flavor to the halwa, and since the halwa tends to stick, it's important to use a non-stick or anodized pan. Fry the banana paste for 5 minutes and then add the sugar that we have already measured. Once you add the sugar, now the difficult part of this recipe is stirring it. So here the continuous stirring is very important, or else it may cause lumps. Be careful while stirring the halwa at this stage, since the hot banana halwa may splash and cause burns on your hands. To be cautious, you can wrap your hand with a cotton cloth. Keep stirring until you see the halwa turns into a deep brown color. Now you can see the color of the halwa is changed. It's time to check for its doneness. Just take a bowl with some ice cold water and put a spoonful of halwa. Just check if the halwa holds its shape. Just roll it into a small ball. Here you can feel it's still soft. It needs to be cooked further. So let me add the caramel that I have already kept for cooling. It's fully cooled, so it's time to add the caramel. So mix the caramel and now you can see the color. The color is changed here. It's become more deep brown in color. Now add the fried cashew nuts and continue stirring. Here I am adding half cup of ghee. You can add more up to 1 cup. Continue stirring until the halwa thickens and reaches perfect glossy texture and holds the shape. Let me check it once again as I showed you before. Here I have taken ice cold water. I will put little halwa and check if the halwa holds a round shape. Do not overcook the halwa. Once it gets harder, you cannot make it soft. Watch carefully. This is how it has to be to get the perfect texture of the halwa. Here it's neither hard nor too soft, but it holds a perfect shape. So at this stage you can off the flame and put it into a greased tray for cooling. Pour it into a square or rectangular tray lined with a parchment or butter paper. You can also grease the tray with ghee, but using parchment paper is always better. It's neater and easier to handle. I generally prepare halwa in the evenings and let it cool overnight and cut it into required shape next day morning. Just look at the halwa after cooling for 8 to 10 hours. It's perfect to cut into desired shape. I'll just press and check for the doneness. Now gently lift the halwa from the butter paper. Just see how easily I could unmold this halwa. Using a sharp knife, cut the halwa into square or rectangle shape. You can make small or big pieces according to your requirement. Here I am making small squares and wrapping it in the butter paper. This halwa can be stored for 1 year, but it doesn't stay so long since it's so delicious it gets over in no time. Once you wrap it in the butter paper, put it in square boxes and store it in the refrigerator. Wrapping the halwa pieces in butter paper not just looks presentable, but also it prevents the halwa pieces from sticking to each other. Please find all the details of this recipe in the description box. Also, I will share my link for preparing caramel in the description box. Now just look here how easily the halwa comes out from the butter paper. Look at the texture, it's perfect. And now I will show you how to wrap it in a butter paper and store it. Take a butter paper that is 4 to 5 times bigger than the size of the halwa. Apply ghee to the butter paper and place a small square of halwa on the paper. Now wrap it just like how you wrap a gift. Once you have done wrapping all the pieces, neatly store it in a square or rectangle box. This halwa can be prepared with any variety of bananas. Sometimes the whole bunch of bananas get ripe at a time and it gets wasted. So next time don't waste the bananas. Just prepare this halwa, and as I said, you can store it for a long time. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Please do write to me in comments how you like this video. See you soon with new recipes and Christmas delight. Until we meet next time, I wish you happy cooking. Thank you so much friends for joining me in kitchen today. Wishing you all a happy and joyful start of Christmas season. Please do find the link for my other Christmas delights in the description box. Bye bye.